guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kerry and today we're going to be playing with a brand I've never tried before. I'm actually really excited because it's not just a new eyeshadow palette. I've never tried anything from this brand and I have seen them lingering around on Beauty Bay. I've been tempted before. It's Soda and they came out with some Little Mermaid palettes and lots of other Little Mermaid stuff. Now this is not a new palette out. I think it's been out for quite a number of months. However, it's only just come out on Beauty Bay. So obviously as soon as I saw it on Beauty Bay, I wanted to pick it up. The palette came just like this. It didn't come in a sleeve or a cardboard box. It was just like this, but with plastic wrapped around it. It looks super nice, the packaging, I must say. I absolutely love Disney. I love The Little Mermaid. I love Ariel. So it was a must. Now, I was tempted with some of the other palettes in this collection, but this is the one with the colour story that spoke to me the most. Not the cheapest palette. This was £35. I did get a discount code, so I got it for 30, but I thought if I like this, then I can pick up the other palettes that I have my eye on. But I thought, because I've never tried the brand before, I'll test one, see if I like it, and then if I do, I can get the rest. But look at this colour story. I really like this colour story. I think it is definitely one of my favourite colour stories for when Disney have done a collab with a makeup brand. Ariel have done things before, The Little Mermaid have done things with Revolution, and it didn't really draw me towards it. The colour story wasn't my favourite, and I know what Revolution's quality can be like, so I wasn't really tempted with that. But this, I thought, give it a go. It has got one press glitter, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not keen on press glitters. However, we'll see how it goes. I think the aesthetic of this is really nice. It definitely fits well with the Disney Little Mermaid theme. The colour story, I'm definitely pleased about. I think that also fits really nicely. It's got little indentations in the pans, which I think is absolutely gorgeous, especially the little Sebastian and the little flounder imprints. Yeah. High hopes for this, guys, high hopes. Let's see if it's pigmented and blendable. I'm not really sure what look I want to do with this palette today. I definitely want to use some of the greens and maybe some of the warmer tones as well. I mean, when I test an eyeshadow palette, I just like to test as many shades as possible. This could be a crazy look. I'm not going to try and do something really extravagant and intricate because really when I'm testing an eyeshadow palette, I really like to find out if the shades are blendable and pigmented. So it's going to be more about the blend and how they go on the eye. I've just primed with my Beauty Bay eye base in the shade number 2. Okay, so we have a lot of light shades, a lot of colourful shades. There isn't a lot of depth in this palette, which does make me a little sad. The deepest shade is this bottom left-hand corner shade, which is called Arista. Yes, something like that. So I think I'm definitely going to have to start out with that one. It's sort of like a brown leaning red, because I need some depth in my life. And also I'm noticing that there isn't a super bright light shimmer shade. The lightest shimmer is Pearl, which is this one here, and I don't know if I'm going to like that for my inner corner. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking I want to dip into some greens, maybe on the lower lash line, but I want to start out with this shade and then maybe Sebastian and maybe, what is this called? Atina? I don't know. So I've gone into that Arista shade and I just want to pop this on the outer corner. Yeah, it's definitely a brown that's on the red spectrum, I would say. Pigment is going on. I did wonder to myself, is this Soda brand more sort of like aimed at younger teenage makeup lovers? But I mean, I'm always gonna love The Little Mermaid no matter what age I am. I did see that they came out with some Frozen palettes as well, so it looks like they're doing a few Disney collabs, which I'm not mad about. It looks like they've done them really nice. The packaging looks fantastic. It's just, do we like the formula? Well, that has gone on really nicely. I've just wrapped it on the lower lash line as well. I'm not mad at that pigment. That is really nice. But I am thinking I wish it was a little bit deeper. I mean, I do like my depth in the outer corner, but that has gone on really nicely. Next, I think I want to take the Sebastian shade, which is this gorgeous red, and it has got a little Sebastian imprint in the pan. And I just want to take that on my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. And I just want to plop this on the very edges of what I've already placed down. It looks like a nice red. So far, I'm quite impressed with this pigment. I think I want to bring that red a little bit further toward the inner corner, just above my crease. And I'm just going to dip between those two red shades to work on blending them together. I haven't actually swatched this palette as of yet. Hopefully I'll have done that and inserted it and you'll have seen it already, because I like to swatch after I've done the eye look, but I'm not mad at this. Then I want to take my Morphe M506 and I want to go into the shade Soda. It's not the shade Soda, it's got Soda. Send help! It's got Soda written in the pad. It's actually the shade Atina. I think it's called Atina. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah, this one here, it's just because it's got Soda imprinted into the shade. Wow. And again, pop it next to that red that we had down and see if we can get a nice blend going on between these shades. It really does make me happy to try new eyeshadow palettes from a brand that I have never tried before. I mean, it's a risk because you're not guaranteed to like the quality, but that's part of the fun, especially when it turns out in your favour and you really, really like the quality. Oh, this is looking nice. I really do like the way this is looking and blending together. I think Soda is a Russian brand, and I don't think I've actually tried any makeup from a Russian brand before, so this is exciting. I mean, not that I'm aware of, but I wanted to try and find out a little bit more about Soda because I'd never tried anything from them before, so I thought that was quite interesting. Oh, look at this. I'm really liking that orange. I'm just going to go back into a bit of the Sebastian shade. Just so that it blends and doesn't lose that red. And I think I want to bring a bit of that orange even further down toward the inner corner. Then on a JS13 brush, I want to go into the shade Flounder, which is this lovely yellow here. And it's got a little imprint of flounder. I guess you'd enjoy this palette more if you are a Disney fan. I just want to pop this right on the inner corner and see if we have any pigment. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy this palette the most and get the most out of it if you are a fan of Disney. But regardless, it's a very nice colour story. I mean, to be fair, I saw the colour story first when I was scrolling through Beauty Bay. And that's what made me click on it and look at it. And then when I realised it was a Little Mermaid, I'm like, right, I'm sold. I am sold. That is not a bad yellow. It's not showing up on camera as much as it is in person. It's not the most vibrant and bright yellow I have ever seen, but it's there. Yeah, I did have to pack that yellow on a bit to get some pigment, but it's definitely there. I'm not mad at this at all, guys. What's going on? This is great. Then on a JH43 brush, I want to go into the shade Mermaid Tail, which is the perfect shade for a mermaid tail, and then into a bit of Coral Fish, because I definitely need to use some of the greens. So just putting the deeper green here, and I don't really want to blend it into the red because that's not really going to work. It'll just muddy up, so I'm just sort of going to place it where I want it to be. Very, very nice greens. That is like exactly the shades from Ariel, which makes me very happy. Then with a little bit of the lighter green, which is the Coral Fish, I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just make sure I'm happy with the blend all the way around the edges. I am feeling like the shades that I've used definitely represent Ariel colours. Right, I'm going to go off and cut my crease and then we can play with some of the shimmers. Okay, so cut crease is on. I've just blended the edges of that with a brush with a bit of red on just to make sure we've got no harsh edges. And I definitely need to use a contrasting shimmer. I don't want to use something that is warm. Let me just move my mirror back after doing that cut crease. I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. That blue looks really nice called Treasure, and so does Aquata. Is that what it's called? Oh, I've just seen Sea Breeze as well. Okay, I need to swatch these now to see what I'm doing. Okay, so those are the three shimmers that I was looking at. All three look absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I just don't know. I like all of them. Which one is gonna, I don't think the blue, although I think the blue's gorgeous, I don't think the blue. Ooh. 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 Maybe a combination of these two or maybe just this one, I'm not quite sure yet. The orange shimmer does look super nice, but I don't want to use it in today's look. I definitely want to use it at some point though, because it looks beautiful. I'm just going to take a flat brush as I normally would, a Plouise 7072, to go into the shimmer and hope that it picks it up. So I think first I want to go into Sea Breeze, which is this nice shimmery green down here. I actually picked up quite well on the brush. Wow. And let's just plop this on and hope that it is perfection. I mean, there was no issues picking that up. It's definitely going on. It's not the most blinding special shimmer I've ever used, but I am not mad at it at all. That is going on really, really nicely. It is a nice shimmer. That's gone on really nicely. I'm quite impressed with that, guys. For the next shimmer, I think I want to go into Aquata. A little bit crumbly in the pan, but not as bad as some shimmers I've used recently. And I'm just going to pop this in the gap that I've left right near the inner corner. This is more of a bluey, turquoisey shade. And then just with some of the red, I just want to tap over slightly the edge of this shimmer, just so it's not a harsh line and it's as blended as it can be. I do like that you can do this between shimmers and mattes, because if these were two matte shades, these colours would not marry together at all. It would muddy up and look awful, so it's a lot easier between a shimmer and a matte. Like I say, those shimmers aren't super blinding and, you know, in your face, but they are pretty and they went on nicely. I feel like I want to use that pearl shade though, that really light one, to see what that has got for me. I think I want to put it in the inner corner. I'm just going to put it on a BB210 brush and hope that this is nice and light and shimmery. Oh. Oh, that's nice. That definitely adds a little pop of something. It definitely brightens it up a little bit. Oh yeah. And on top of that yellow as well, I think it looks nice. Again, not the most blinding, spectacular shimmer you've ever seen, but it's nice, it's pretty. I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of that under the brow bone. She says a tiny little bit. I mean, I always say that and then it ends up being far too much. Is that just me? I don't know whether to dip my finger into the pressed glitter, because I don't like pressed glitters. It is called King Triton and it looks spectacular. Like, I just wish this was a shimmer, but it's not. It's a pressed glitter. But ooh, put my finger into it and it does look super nice. I don't know whether to just dab this. I mean, I've got super long nails on, which is not ideal for doing this. I mean, I can see some glitter particles that are also now all over my face. I probably should have used a glitter glue, but I don't know guys. So for my waterline, I think I want to go in with the Plouise Cosmetic Paint in Exotic Apple. I think it'll go nicely with the lower lash line. I will finish up the rest of my makeup, come back and we'll talk about the palette. So guys, this is the finished look. I'm actually really pleased with it. I think the lip I paired with it is really nice. My lovely friend sent me, thank you Kylie, the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Red Rum, and I think it is very Ariel-esque. Absolutely love that. Might repurchase this in a bigger size. Absolutely love that if you can get that. Yeah, the lashes took a bit of work. They are the Doll Beauty DB57s. I don't think you can get them anymore. I'm just slowly working my way through all my Doll Beauty lashes so I can actually move on and get different brands. But the overall look, I think it definitely came together. I feel like it's very Ariel, the Little Mermaid. You can definitely sort of tell it's that sort of vibe, those sort of colours. But the lip, I'm obsessed. Have I got it on my teeth though? The palette. Let's talk about the palette. There were so many things in this collection that I could have picked up. The Little Face palette trios that they had, £20 each. Probably because it's a collab with Disney, and that's why it's so expensive. Definitely wanted to try one of those, but yeah, £20, and I've never tried the brand before, so I thought I will pick up a palette, see what happens with it. If I like the brand, I might pick up more stuff. There was definitely another palette that I wanted, and it was more sort of plummy neutral. Can't remember what that one was called. It may have been called Kiss the Girl. But yeah, there was, I think, 3 palettes that was launched. There was quite a few other little bits and bobs. I'll try and remember if I can to link everything down below. This palette will also be linked down below. Fantastic that you can get it on Beauty Bay and you don't have to order from Russia. I don't even know if you can order from their website. I imagine you can. But yeah, super easy, quick on Beauty Bay because it comes free next day when you've got a million points on Beauty Bay like I have, and you can buy the whole pass. Let's not talk about that. So packaging, spot on for me. Absolutely love the packaging. Beautiful, exactly what I would want in a Disney palette. It's got 15 shades, 1 pressed glitter, which irritates me. I wasn't impressed with the pressed glitter either. So if that had have been a really sexy shimmer that's the same shade, I'd have been overjoyed. But yeah, it does have a pressed glitter. Some people like pressed glitters, that's just not for me. And it has 6 shimmers. So it is a more matte heavy palette, which makes me very happy because I like a lot of mattes to play with. I love the indentations. I love the colour story of this specific palette. I think this is the most like Ariel out of the palettes that they've released, which is probably why I got this one. I do like bright, vibrant, colourful makeup, if you haven't guessed already. So yeah, this is definitely the most colourful one that they released with this collection. The indentations are beautiful. It's got a little mirror. It's a really nice size. It feels good quality. It doesn't feel cheap or tacky or like kids makeup. It actually feels really nice. It says on the back there's matte satin, shimmering glitter shades, and I'm sure on the website it did say that they are a cruelty-free brand. I'm trying to find it on the packaging, but I can't. But I'm sure when I looked at the website it said that they were cruelty-free. But overall, I like this palette. £35 though. I paid 30 because I had a discount. £35. Like, obviously it's going to cost more because they've done a collab with Disney, which I understand, totally get, absolutely fine. The quality, it hasn't disappointed me, to be honest. I think the shades were extremely blendable. The mattes did blend really nicely together. I'm not mad at it. From the shades that I used today, I quite like them. Now, the shimmers are not the most spectacular shimmers you will ever use. They are pretty though. They pick up on a brush and they go on the eye nicely and they look nice. So I'm not disappointed with them, but they're just not the exciting, really special shimmers that I'm used to playing with recently, so maybe that's why. I still think they look really pretty. I'm not mad at the pigment. I think everything in this palette is really nice apart from the pressed glitter. Beauty Bay do have a lot of sales on and off. I wouldn't say get it for full price. I personally would pay happily for this around £25. However, I think because it's a collab and they have to, you know, work with Disney, who's, you know, not going to be cheap, that's why it's a little bit more expensive. But I'm really glad I got the £5 off. I think I used the code APP15, APP15. So I'm not sure if that's still working. If it is and you want it, why not grab it? I am a little bit sad there isn't that much depth in this palette though, because there's one deep shade and I mean, it looks deep in the outer corner because of my lashes, but I would have liked it to go a little bit deeper. Is that a lot to ask? Is that too much to ask for from a colourful Disney palette? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a bit picky. And there is blending out shades, which I appreciate a lot. There's definitely things that work together really well. You've got like sort of 3 greens that would work really nicely together that are the mattes, and then the shades that I used today blended together seamlessly. So I'd definitely say I prefer this colour story to the one that Revolution brought out with The Little Mermaid. And possibly the quality, to be honest, because after trying a lot of Revolution makeup, especially the collabs, although they are improving and they are better with the collabs, I actually prefer the formula of this over the Revolution formula. But yeah, I do feel like it is a little bit on the pricier side for the formula that it is. So if you can get it with a discount, I would say definitely pick it up. But yeah, full price, it's just a little tiny tad expensive, in my humble opinion. I do have another palette on the way from Beauty Bay. It should have also arrived with this palette because I actually ordered that palette before this one. But Beauty Bay are obviously not ready to send it to me yet. But as soon as I get that, I'll hopefully have a video up on that. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm going to keep you guessing. It's a little bit of a surprise that way. You know, it's nearly Christmas after all. So guys, if you want some more makeup content on your timeline, if this is the type of thing you like, makeup reviews, especially eyeshadow, palette bingo, that type of thing, why not subscribe? And if you could like and give me a comment down below. I also do have a small little Patreon group where we have a lot of fun chatting in the WhatsApp, and I do polls and giveaways. And I also have done a few little vlogs for patrons only. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the description box below. Everything I've used today and everything that is on my face will be linked down below. And hopefully guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.